I didn't do this in the first service, but I want you to see what peace is when I can lay down and I can rest. The anxiety's gone. We rest in peace. Not dead, just rest in peace. Just to clarify for some of you, is he being literal? But you know what? How many of you, like me at times, struggle to rest in peace? Just, my mind's going. You know who doesn't have peace right now? The camera people. They're so frustrated at me. Our worship pastor over here is so mad. Peace. Quiet, even when there's noise around. And some of us are even struggling right now, freaking out because there's no noise and we don't know how to handle it. Would he just start talking again? Why? Because some of us are afraid of our own silence because it's there where God wants to meet us. And that's why we can't get quiet with him, because we're afraid of intimacy. We're afraid to let God see into me. Here's the deal. He already does. We think we're hiding things from him. That's not possible. Right? We think we approach God and we're like, hey, God, you can't see this. He's like, these knuckleheads. Here's what he's after. He's after, will you give it to me? Will you give me the addiction? Will you give me the sin? Will you give me the depression? Will you give me the fear? Will you give me the hurt? Will you give me that thing that happened to you when you were 15? Will you give me that thing that happened to you when you were 7? Will you give me the thing that people were saying about you, true or false? Will you give me the thing that's causing your mind to move 1,000,000 miles an hour? Will you give me the ambition? Will you give me the finances? Will you give me the hopelessness? Will you give me the thing? Intimacy. Eric and I have been married almost 18 years. I remember when we first got married, we first started living together, and I thought I knew her. Then we moved in together. And all these years, then she started making new faces that I didn't understand. You know what I'm talking about? Married couples, how many of you know what I'm talking about, right? You're like, I thought I knew every face, and then there's 15 more. And what I had to do is I had to start to get to know her more. Again, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? And what it started to do is produce intimacy. Why? Because I was gaining ground in my knowledge of her. Some of us need to start the process of gaining knowledge in Jesus. And as we do, there is multiplied grace and peace to our lives.